Hello and welcome to my final presentation for the culmination of all my assignments. First off, here are all the links to all the assignments. This one is the first biped, and this is the detailed biped. I actually spent too long on the legs part that I kind of had inside out faces like on the legs, so I had to redo them. I kind of just did something random for the head, and here are just close-ups of various parts. For my midterm character, this was a character that I did for both my midterm as well as my for a project of another class. Because I didn't really finish it totally on midterms, I split it up into one section for how I did for the midterm and what I show for that, and one for the model when it's like actually finished with all the textures and coloring that actually works in Mixamo. So this is my model sheet. Here is the first in progress. I actually spent like a month on this model because I just kept being told that, oh, the model isn't really like the faces aren't right, or oh, the mixed mode didn't work. I just did a bunch of like extruding to give it more depth, and I did a lot of the multi-cut tool to shape out the textures I wanted to do, or shape out like the different colors, because at the moment I didn't know how to UV map. I just thought that applying color to square equals nice texture. And yeah. And this is how it looks finished. I kind of spent a while on the fur because again my Maya was running super slowly when doing the fur part because it was 3 gigabytes big. So I just reduced the overall fur, and I also had to redo certain parts because the model was like not really great, such as like this kind of vest part here. That one was like pretty bad, and the hands were also terrible too. So just a bunch of beginner mistakes. And that's for the hair. I just kind of I forgot the method, but basically it just allows you to shape the hair by like just shaping the line sort of. And for the textures, I did some UV mapping, which you'll see in a sec. And yeah, these are just close-ups of how the model looks overall. This is how I basically did my UV maps. I just imported it into Drawing Editor and just colored in the squares. And the reason why this lines aren't showing is because without the wireframes, it'll show like baselines, and you don't want that. So that's how I gave it that clean, polished look, as you can see here. And it was kind of a tedious process since this model wasn't really that polished. So, but I was already too sick of working on it, so I just wanted to move to something else entirely. And this is my modular interior. This was a bit of a break, just follow the video. And this is my modular exterior, which I kind of did whatever for it. And this is the rigging and animation assignment. I just followed the video. And I also did some extra characters, 2 of them. And this one actually is the other character for the tri-dimensional character assignment. The other, it was between her and the previous character, but I ended up doing both. This one was a lot simpler because I just traced over the previous model using quad draw, and it ended up looking a lot cleaner because the general shape was good. I just didn't have like very good faces. So now I just cleaned up everything and it looks much nicer. and I totally got her color palette wrong. I thought it was more colorful, which surprised me since she was actually more like this color. That was at a time when I didn't know her color palette. Her character sheet wasn't really made yet, the colored version, I mean. So, yeah. And this is the other character. He is basically a co-worker of the first character I showed. Just the usual stuff I did for the previous model. Usually I just do a bunch of flat colors onto the UV map, but for the socks here, I did a little shading there. And it actually gave it a bit more depth, which I actually like. This is the Sculpgel favorites section. I just put my favorite 5 sketches here. 2 of these are memes, while the other one are modeled on a whim. So, yes.